Scientific evidence shows that the school-age years, from 5 to 15, is a period when boys and girls experience significant transformation in their bodies, brains, and behaviors. The transitioning from childhood to adulthood is marked by major changes occurring gradually before, during puberty, and beyond. This is marked with rapid high growth and the development of bones, muscles, and body stature. Between 5 to 9 years old, growth starts proportionally, being more rapid in the legs and in the arms. Within this period, children start to develop better balance, agility, and coordination. These are known as motor skills, and these skills are critical to enable them to perform day-to-day tasks and develop self-autonomy. Altogether, these skills are also highly dependent on the development of brains and cognition. From 9 to 15 years old, the body gets taller quickly but remains fragile. Girls grow first with sequential gain in height, weight, and muscles. Girls increase on average their height by 9 cm a year. Growth of boys occurs later, at a higher speed, and at the same time for height, weight, and muscle, with a higher height gain up to 12 cm within a year. Risk of fractures are important at that age, because bones get taller fast and tend to be more fragile. During this period, up to 45% of adult bone mass is formed. The quantity and the quality of the bone mass child makes at that time is a long-life capital investment. All these changes are underpinned by the provision of adequate nutrition in this period. Nutrition provides not only essential building blocks, but also the energy to support both physical and mental development. There is a need for nutrition with the right level of precision to give children the appropriate energy and nutrient at the right time, which are adapted to their gender and their age. School-age children are not little adults. They have distinct nutrient requirements that differ according to gender and age, as recognized by many scientific bodies such as WHO and the European Food Safety Authority. All distinguish and define specific energy, macronutrient, and micronutrient requirements for school-age years from all other life stages. This is indicating the need for age-appropriate nutrition. For instance, the dietary reference intakes in the US for macronutrients are the same for all children up to the age of 8. But for the first time they diverge for boys and girls during the life stage from 9 to 18 years. EFSA has slightly different and more specific age cutoff. Population reference intakes for most vitamins and minerals identify with specific age segment, 4 to 6, 7 to 10, 11 to 14 years, with some differences for gender in these nutrients. EFSA also differentiate requirements in energy and protein for boys and girls already from the age of 4. Because of the dynamics of growth and development in this period, school years become critical in providing the necessary nutrition to maintain adequate growth trajectories until maturity. It is also critical to correct inadequacies and imbalances for healthy transition to adulthood. There is a risk that inadequate intake or deficiencies in these nutrients, as well as energy restriction, may impair children's development. For instance, normal linear growth appears sensitive to restriction in energy, protein, especially amino acids, and some micronutrients. Protein quantity and quality remain a fundamental component of requirements for growth and function at all ages. The number of changes and dynamics of development occurring during the school years make this period a particularly sensitive time. All these changes are supported by the provision of adequate nutrition in this period. During the school-age years, boys and girls become more and more independent, less influenced by their parents and more influenced by their peers and media, which in turn can impact their nutritional choices. Not surprisingly, children do not always eat the right thing at the right time or in the right quantity. Children consume inadequate amounts of fruits, vegetables, or whole grains. In addition, with a decreasing consumption of milk through middle childhood and early adolescence, children and adolescents are less likely to meet the recommended intake for dairy products. Inadequate nutrition will slow or blunt physical and neurocognitive development trajectories during this last period of growth, with long-term consequences inhibiting an individual's ultimate potential. Therefore, children's transformation is very sensitive to what they eat, and every day, every nutritional choice counts.